Ibihe byiza kuri mwese bakurikiye RBA twizere ko aho muri hose mukomeje kumererwa neza. Turi mu ntara y'Amajyaruguru ni mu karere ka Burera ahubatse kaminuza mpuzamahanga y'ubuzima n'ubuvuzi rusange izwi nka UGH. Kuri uyu munsi rero iyi kaminuza ikaba igiye gutanga impamyabumenyi ku banyeshuri 30 bamaze imyaka 6 n'igice biga icyiciro cya kabiri n'icya gatatu cya kaminuza mu buvuzi. Ngende Gloria Mukamabano mu ishami ry'icyongereza turi kumwe na Martina Abera. Good morning.
Good morning, Gloria. Yes, indeed. We are in the northern province in Burera district, where the University of Global Health Equity is located. On this day, the university is awarding degrees to 30 students who have completed 6.5 years of undergraduate and postgraduate studies in medicine.
Kaminuza mpuzamahanga y'ubuzima n'ubuvuzi rusange yatangijwe mu Rwanda na Dr. Paul Farmer witabye Imana mu mwaka wa 2022 abinyujije mu muryango Partners in Health wamenyekanye mu Rwanda nk'inshuti mu buzima. Kuri ubu rero iyi kaminuza ikorera i Butaro mu karere ka Burera aho itanga amasomo muri programme zigeze kuri 6 zo ku rwego rwa kaminuza ya Harvard muri Leta Zunze Ubumwe za Amerika.
The University of Global Health Equity was established in Rwanda by Dr. Paul Farmer, who passed away in 2022, and this establishment was through the international organization Partners in Health. Today, the university operates in Butaro campus here in Burera district, and UGHE was created in response to global health inequities, particularly on the African continent, with the mission of training health professionals who place equity, humanity, and strong health systems at the center of care.
Ni kaminuza kandi yatangiye ibikorwa byo kwigisha no gutanga amahugurwa ku bakora mu rwego rw'ubuvuzi guhera mu mwaka wa 2015 nyuma y'imyaka 4 Perezida wa Repubulika Paul Kagame ayifunguye ku mugaragaro, ndetse icyo gihe itangira gutanga amasomo ku biga mu cyiciro cya kabiri cya kaminuza mu bijyanye n'ubuvuzi.
UGHE began its teaching and professional training activities back in 2015. 4 years later, in 2019, it was officially inaugurated by His Excellency President Paul Kagame here at the Butaro campus, marking a major milestone in Rwanda's investment in health, education, and human capital development.
Martina, ikindi twavuga nuko abayigamo baturuka mu bihugu bitandukanye birimo Leta Zunze Ubumwe za Amerika, Canada, Kenya, Malawi, Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Tanzania, Lesotho, Uganda ndetse n'u Rwanda n'ahandi hatandukanye. Bahabwa kandi ubumenyi bujyanye n'igihe hifashishijwe imfashanyigisho zo ku rwego mpuzamahanga, isomero rigezweho ndetse naho bimenyereza ibyo biga.
Indeed, UGHE has students hailing from different parts of the world, namely the United States, Canada, Kenya, Malawi, Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Tanzania, Lesotho, Uganda, Rwanda, amongst others. They receive globally relevant training using international curricula, a modern library, and advanced particular learning facilities that allow them to apply theory into practice.
Hanyuma kandi kuva yatangira abagera kuri 330 bamaze guhabwa impamyabumenyi mu cyiciro cya masters. Kuri ubu kandi hakaba higamo abanyeshuri 444.
Thank you. Now, this is also one that is in particular having 330 students who have graduated already with a master's degree, and currently the university has a student population of 444.
Urakoze cyane Martina. Mugenzi wacu Adams Kwizera amaze iminsi ari muri ibi bice muri aka karere ka Burera, aho rero yaje gukurikirana ibijyanye n'iri shuri, ariko kandi uretse kureba uko bigisha n'urwego iriho. Adams, twihuse, iyi kaminuza abayituriye hari cyahindutse?
Yego, no mu izina ryayo ubwaryo ni kaminuza y'ubuvuzi n'ubuzima kuri bose kandi budahezwa ari wese. Rero uhereye no kuri icyo ngicyo, bimwe mu byo abanyeshuri biga muri iyi kaminuza ni uburyo bashobora kugera ku baturage badashobora kubona serivisi z'ubuzima mu buryo buboroheye, bakabageraho kandi bakaziba. Rero ni na kimwe iyi kaminuza yibanzeho cyane, by'umwihariko ku bushakashatsi bukorwa n'aba banyeshuri bajya hano mu bice bituriye iyi kaminuza, ni hano mu gace ka Butaro, akaba ariho bajya gukorera ubushakashatsi bakamenya indwara ziri mu baturage, ikizitera ndetse n'uko zakirindwa bakazivura.
Yego, hanyuma kandi wigeze kuvuga ko nabivuzeho harimo abanyarwanda. Ese hari umwihariko wenda w'abaturuka muri aka gace?
Yego, mbere yuko njya no ku mwihariko w'abaturuka kuri aka gace, iyi kaminuza tugana n'ubuyobozi bwayo batubwiye yuko byibura mu kwezi bashaka gushora arenga miliyoni 20 ajya mu bikorwa by'ubucuruzi muri aka gace. Ni ukuvuga abo bagurira ibikoresho by'isuku, ibikoresho bitandukanye byifashishwa muri kaminuza, byose ntabwo ari ibituruka hanze ya Burera cyangwa se hanze ya Butaro, ni ibituruka muri aka gace. Ikindi kiyongereyeho, hari bimwe mu bigo by'amashuri yisumbuye bikikije iyi kaminuza. Ibyo bigo harimo ibifite amasection ya science, rero baboneraho bakaza gukorera amasomo ngiro cyangwa practical courses hano, hanyuma bakanahabwa n'amahugurwa arenzeho, ari advanced ku byo biga, ndetse n'umwihariko uhari ni uko bamwe mu banyeshuri abagera kuri 4 bo muri aka gace ka Butaro babashije kubona scholarship zo kwiga muri iyi kaminuza. Urumva ko ni kaminuza yegereye abaturage, irabafasha ndetse bayungukiraho byinshi.
Yego, urakoze cyane Adams. Nibyo umaze iminsi ureba abaturiye iyi kaminuza, niba koko ubuzima bwabo, reka tugushimire cyane, niba koko ubuzima bwabo hari icyo bwahindutseho mu mibare yabikomojeho. Ati uturiye kaminuza nawe hari uburyo ibijyanye n'ubuzima byahindutse mu bijyanye n'ubukungu, ariko kandi n'amashuri ahegereye nayo yabikomeje yuko bagenda baza gukorera, niba navuga ngo pratique muri iki kigo, kugira ngo ubumenyi bwabo bwiyongere kurushaho. Martina, nanone iyi myaka 10 iyi kaminuza yizihiza, hari icyo isobanuye, ngira ngo reka nguhe umwanya uganire n'umwe mu bayobozi atubwira icyo bishimira muri iyi myaka 10.
Thank you, Gloria. Yes, indeed, this university has done so much for not only the community, but the students who are studying to make their contribution to the health sector here in Rwanda. And it's in early stages. The university started by offering postgraduate programs, especially in global health and medicine, aiming at producing highly skilled professionals equipped to transform healthcare delivery in Rwanda, the region, and beyond. And today I am with none other than Dr. Shivon Mukama, Deputy Vice Chancellor for Administrative and Financial Affairs. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yes, so the UGHE is celebrating 10 years of its existence, and so much has been done in terms of helping the community, helping those who are studying here, but also contributing to the health sector in general here in Rwanda, the region, and beyond. What does that mean for UGHE?
Today is a major milestone. A moment to celebrate, indeed, 10 years. 10 years of existence, 10 years of believing in us, in our ability to deliver on this really important mission, to really provide education, medical education to young people and increase the number of medical students. But we also operate within our community. We really have worked tirelessly to make sure that we work with the community. For example, if we look at the supplies that we do for people that work with us, about 250 million is given to the community because we source everything from the community and so on. We also are celebrating not only with the community, but also the fact that the government believed in us. This is a gift. The land that you see is a gift from the government of Rwanda for believing in our vision. So it is a celebration of partnership, a celebration of our students, a celebration of 10 years, because today we are celebrating the 10th master's program today, but we're also celebrating another category of students who are, we call our MBBS. These are students that we get from a very young age, that they graduate with a medical degree, but also a master's in global health.
Indeed.
So it's a really celebration moment.
Yes, a lot to celebrate. Now, what is so special in particular about this cohort this year?
So this year is very special because while this is the 10th graduation, it's the first graduation of our bachelor's degree students. So these are called MBBS / MGHD. We get them at the age of, after high school, at the age of 18, 19, and we take them through a medical education. And once they finish their bachelor's degree, they also do the MGHD in global health, which is a master's in global health. So they are really graduating with a dual degree, a bachelor's in medicine, and also a master's as well in global health. But this particular cohort is the big celebration is because we believe that education can be done differently. Medical students can be taught differently. So by the maybe 3rd, 4th year, these kids are already published. they're already publishing. They work within the community because we really are teaching them not only to treat a condition, but to treat a wholesome being. There's no point of treating malaria if the person has no food at home, if you're not really taking care of the whole being. So we really believed in this mission to teach differently, and this is our first fruit of seeing the results of, so they're graduating so we can see the results of that, because we always believe that education can be done differently, medical education can be done differently. So this is our first babies that we are graduating, and we are really excited to see what the world is here to offer for them.
Thank you very much, Dr. Siobhan, for the celebration of 10 years and for being part of a contribution to the health sector. Thank you very much. Now, we have heard so much in terms of what the University of Global Health Equity has done for the community, what it has done for the students, and most especially what they are celebrating, what it means for UGHE since its establishment since 2015, and so much more. Gloria, this is a spectacular occasion and there's a lot to celebrate.
Nibyo yabikomojeho ati turashima byinshi, imyaka 10 hari byinshi byakozwemo, ariko kandi byose no gushyira imbaraga muri navuga ngo muri urwego rw'ubuzima, tugendana n'igihe, dutanga ubuzima, dutanga ubuvuzi bukwiye. Tubabwire ko kandi mu kanya katarambiranye Minisitiri w'Intebe Dr. Justin Nsengiyumva aba ageze ahagiye gutangirwa izi mpamyabumenyi, n'umuhango kandi witabirwa na nyakubahwa Madame Jeannette Kagame.
Indeed. And now shortly the university will award degrees to 30 students who have completed 6.5 years of undergraduate and postgraduate medical training, and at the same time another 48 students who completed postgraduate studies in various disciplines will also receive their degrees. And like Gloria said, we're going to be graced by the Prime Minister, Dr. Justin Nsengiyumva, and Honorable First Lady.
Reka rero tubararikire gukomeza gukurikira RBA, murakurikira uyu muhango wose turahababereye. Nge ndi Gloria Mukamabano
and Martina Avera.
Good morning, guests. We are about to begin shortly. Please help us keep the aisle clear during the event. Thank you. And welcome to the University of Global Health Equity Butaro campus for the graduation ceremony of the 10th cohort of the MGHD program and the inaugural class of MBBS. My name is Prince Christian Muringwa, a lecturer in the School of Global Health.
And my name is Dr. Bella Santiana Izere, a faculty in School of Medicine, and will be your MCs for today's special occasion. Thank you.
Okay, please rise.
Please rise as we welcome our special guest faculty and graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem of Rwanda to honor our nation. Thank you.
Rwanda nziza gihugu cyacu uje imisozi ibiyaga n'ibirunga ngo byiduhetse gahorana ishya reka tukurate tukuvuge ibigwi utubumbiye hamwe twese abanyarwanda uko watubyaye berwa sugira singizwa iteka horana imana murage mwiza ibyo tugukesha ntibishyikirwa umuco dusangiye uraturanga ururimi rwacu rukaduhuza ubwenge umutima amaboko yacu ntibigukungaze bikwiye ni ukutera imbere ubutitsa abakurambere b'intwari bitanze batizigama baraguhanga uva mu bukombe utsinda ubukoroni n'amatsi ibihugu byayogoje Afurika yose none uraganje mu bwigenge tubukomeye uko turi twese komeza imihigo Rwanda dukunda duhagurukiye kukwitangira ngo amahoro asabe mu bagutuye wishyire wizane muri byose urangwe n'ishyaka utera imbere uhamye umubano n'amahanga yose maze ijabo ryawe riguhe ijambo.
You may now have your seat. Thank you.
The Right Honorable Dr. Justin Nsengiyumva, Prime Minister of Rwanda, Her Excellence Madame Jeannette Kagame, First Lady of Rwanda, the Chancellor of UGHD, Dr. Jim Yong Kim. On behalf of the UGHD community, thank you for joining us for this important milestone for our graduates as well as for our university.
Students, faculty, family, friends, government officials, partners from different institutions and organizations, we welcome you today on campus as well as online.
My name is Prince Christian Muringwa, a lecturer in the School of Global Health.
And my name is Santiana Izere, and we will be your MC for today's special occasion.
To officially open today's graduation ceremony, I now invite our Chancellor, Dr. Jim Yong Kim.
Excuse me, sorry. Honorable Prime Minister, Madam First Lady, friends, family, students. Sorry. Today is a joyful day
We're gathered here to celebrate all of you, the first graduating class of medical students of this university and our 10th cohort of Global Health Delivery Master's students. And of course, to honor the community that made this moment possible. What you have done here at UGHE matters, and what you will do next matters even more. For the medical students, 7 years ago, you began this journey when the university itself was still taking shape. There were no long traditions to lean on, no alumni stories to reassure you. There was only an idea that medicine could be taught with equity at its center, that excellence and justice could reinforce one another, and that Africa's most difficult health challenges deserve the world's best trained physicians. You believed in that idea, you trusted it enough to build your lives around it, and together we made it real. Today, we celebrate what you've achieved. We also celebrate the institution that grew up alongside you. UGHE was built through extraordinary partnership and generosity. We're deeply grateful to the government of Rwanda and to the First Family for their vision and steadfast support. I dare say, Madam First Lady, that this could not have happened in the vast majority of countries that I have been in. To Bill and Melinda Gates, and especially to Bill and Joyce Cummings, whose commitment and generosity made this possible. We also thank Lorene Powell-Jobs and the many other partners and donors who believed early and stood with us. And of course, we honor the faculty and staff whose brilliance, devotion, and care made UGHE what it is today. At the heart of this institution is a simple, demanding commitment, an option for the poor in healthcare. We call it O for the P because we use it so much. It shaped everything, what you were taught, how you were taught, and what kind of physicians you've become. Here, equity was never an elective. It was a foundational requirement. That commitment was embodied in the fullest sense by our founder, Paul Edward Farmer, and we're so fortunate to have his wife Dee Dee here with us today. We all feel the pain of Paul's absence, but we also know how deeply present he remains, especially in this graduating class. Paul loved the time he spent with you, and this is for the medical students. He knew you individually. He followed your progress closely and delighted in your seriousness, your humor, and your refusal to accept easy answers. He believed fiercely in students and even more fiercely in teaching. For Paul, learning and teaching was not preparation for moral life. It was one of the highest forms of moral life. Paul was also joyful. When he and I were much younger, and Ophelia Dahl, who is here, remembers this well, he and I spent a lot of time watching action movies together, arguing about them, enjoying them probably more than we should have. The Matrix was one of his favorites. He loved it because it posed a simple question. The red pill or the blue pill? Are you willing to see the world as it actually is and then accept the obligations that come with that knowledge? For Paul, that question was never abstract. To see unnecessary suffering was to feel a call to respond. To see inequity was to refuse to accept it as inevitable. And to respond meant accompaniment. So, staying with patients through long treatments, staying with communities when attention moved elsewhere, staying even when staying was costly or even dangerous. Paul used to say to you, often with great affection, "You're my retirement plan." He believed you would carry this work forward with discipline and courage. As you graduate today, you do so as fully credentialed physicians and health professionals at the beginning of a long professional journey. Many of you will continue in residency or other training programs in busy, demanding, often under-resourced settings. Practicing medicine, especially in Africa, will bring deep meaning and also real frustration. There will be moments when scarcity limits what you think you can do and when the work feels heavier than you expected. That is why this community matters. You do not leave UGHE when you graduate. You remain part of a living community shaped by an option for the poor, by accompaniment, and by a shared refusal to avert our gaze from injustice and unnecessary suffering. When the work is hard, when fatigue or discouragement sets in, this place remains yours. Come find us, in person or online. We will be here to listen, to encourage, and to help you renew that spirit that brought you to medicine in the first place. You are the 10th cohort of GHD master's graduates, and you are the first medical graduates of this university. Now the eldest members of a community that will grow and send many more to the world. Those who follow will look to you to understand what it means to belong here. What you do will matter for your patients, your colleagues, the future of this institution, and if we do it just right, the future of healthcare in Africa. So today we celebrate you. We celebrate those who built this place. We celebrate the memory of Paul Farmer, whose spirit continues to guide us. And we celebrate the future that you are now setting off to create. Go forward with confidence and joy. You are ready. And know that this community goes with you now and always. Congratulations. And now, this is so formal, but I have to do it. And now, by virtue of the powers invested in me by the Board of Governors of the University of Global Health Equity, and with deep appreciation to our faculty, partners, families, and all who have supported our graduates, I hereby declare the 10th graduation ceremony of the University of Global Health Equity officially open. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chancellor. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me as we welcome our Vice Chancellor, Professor Phil Cotton, to deliver his welcome message.
Maramutse, Nitwa Phil Cotton, Umiyabozi wa Kaminuza. Oyomunsi numunsi udasanzwe. Murakaza neza. Munya marere, muvuge, muchongereza. All are welcome in this place. Today we invoke quite ordinary people. People who walked, toiled, and gave their lives on these hills. We invoke those who came, visited, and are changed by these hills. Bound together, one movement of transformation in Butaro, in Rwanda. It's almost unbelievable that 30 years after these hills were liberated, that we're now graduating medical doctors. We commit to keeping the spirit of liberation alive through education, training, and service. This is a movement, a bending of the arc, a movement that starts with the people who sometimes barely get a chance to live before they die. Bending the arc, transcending the dark. Today, on the top of one of these bold hills, we celebrate the achievements of so many. And we embrace our supporters and those who believe in us as we celebrate the sacrifices that you have made in reaching this point. And after today, you will climb down from this hill as we all gift ourselves to the people around this place in service, in commitment, and in love. take courage. Those who liberated this hill, reconciled and believed, bring truth and meaning to extraordinariness. This extraordinary place, such extraordinary grace. Almost unbelievable, but never ever non-believable. If you have a vision, a heap of courage, a touch of outrage, belief in the people you are serving, and never-ending hope, you can do the almost unbelievable. So go, away with you, and do the almost unbelievable for the people of this place and of Rwanda. Imana Ebahe Umugisha. Murakoze cyane.
Thank you very much, Vice Chancellor. Dear guests, it is a tradition of our university to have representative of graduating class share, reflect on their professional journeys here at UGHE as they prepare to move forward in service as well as leadership. Now, representing MBBS graduates, please join me as we welcome Héritier Fora on the stage.
Good morning, Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Rwanda, Prime Minister of Rwanda, all protocols observed. Thank you all for being here today. 2 weeks ago, one of my friends called me about what seemed like a contact dermatitis. It is a skin condition. To be honest, I couldn't remember the medication off the top of my head. So I did what any responsible doctor would do. I took out my phone, checked the treatment, and gave him an answer. As I prepared this speech, the moment took me back to our early days at UGHE. From the very first weeks, many of us shared the same experience. Parents, relatives, and friends asking medical questions we were not yet ready to answer, but fully expected to know. Saying I don't know was not an option. So on the phone, we would politely say, "Let me call you back shortly," only to consult Google and return with confidence. So, what is the difference between then and 2 weeks ago? The difference is that today, we know when, how, and where to look for answers. We know how to ask better questions, verify information, and work with others when needed. We understand that good medical practice is not about knowing everything, but about knowing how and when to seek help. Our journey began on the morning of July 7, 2019, when 30 young students arrived in Butaro, most of us fresh from high school. We were excited, afraid, and uncertain about who we would become. We did not yet speak the language of medicine. We did not understand health systems or the weight of caring for another human life, but we carried something stronger than knowledge. We carried hope. 6.5 years later, we stand here transformed, not just trained, but shaped. Shaped by patients, mentors, loss, service, and a mission larger than ourselves. And today, something remarkable happens. All 30 students who began this journey together are graduating together. We trained at a university rooted in a moral vision that insists quality health care is a human right. From the beginning, our story has been intertwined with the life and spirit of late Dr. Paul Farmer. Paul was not just a founder whose name appears on buildings, he was present. He taught us that medicine without justice is incomplete, and that solidarity means working with patients, not ahead of them. Then came COVID-19. While the world closed, we remained on campus. There were fear, uncertainty, and isolation, but our education did not stop. Instead, We learned responsibility and how to keep going when the future is unclear. And then came the patients. For many of us, that transformation happened at Butaro Hospital and the Butaro Cancer Center of Excellence. There, we learned that care is not only about protocols, but about presence, about listening when answers are limited, and caring even when cure is not possible. We saw clearly that disease does not exist in isolation. It lives within poverty, geography, policy, and history. None of these would have been possible without our extraordinary educators and teachers, our patients, families and friends, our fellow students, and the staff who made this campus a home. We are deeply grateful. We thank the government of Rwanda for the peace and security that allowed us to learn and grow. We thank God for granting us strength, protection, and a sense of purpose. As we graduate today, we make a promise to remain true to the mission of UGHE and Partners in Health. Thank you all for being here today, and congratulations to the class of 2025.
Right. Thank you very much, Héritier. Next, representing the MGHD graduates, please welcome Hope Florence Mizero.
Honorable Prime Minister of the Government of Rwanda, Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Rwanda, and all protocols observed. Proud families and friends, and fellow graduates of the class of 2025, good morning. It is a profound honor to stand before you today. Today, we celebrate more than an academic milestone. We celebrate a shared journey, one shaped by purpose, people, and possibility. As students of global health, we're fortunate not only to study about health systems, but observe one in action. Rwanda, a nation that rebuilt its health system from the ground up, stands today as a continental model for universal health coverage, community health, epidemic preparedness, and innovation. It is a great example that when leadership anchored in purpose and in people, transformation is possible. We thank the exemplary leadership of the government of Rwanda, headed by the President, His Excellency Paul Kagame, for creating a secure and enabling environment where institutions like ours thrive. His Excellency once reminded us in this court, and I quote, "If you ever have to choose between being kind and being right, it's better to choose to be kind because you always be right." And that wisdom will guide us far beyond this campus as we move from learning to practicing what we learned. The MGHD class of 2025, which I'm representing, has people from different countries, 10 countries, with diverse disciplines and shared aspirations. We have people from the gender, sexual, and reproductive health, and as geriatric scholars, we learned that dignity is the foundation of care. As global surgery scholars, we learned that safe and timely surgery is not a luxury, but a necessity and a human right. As One Health leaders, we learned that the future depends on how we protect ecosystems, animals, and communities together. And as health management professionals, we learned that leadership and governance turn vision into reality. Together, we learned that health is interconnected and that equity cannot be achieved in isolation. We honor partners in health and the life of the late Dr. Paul Farmer, Muganga Mwiza. He challenged the world with a simple truth. The idea that some lives matter less is the root of all that is wrong with the world. And through the preferential option for the poor, he taught us that injustice has a cure, and that it's our responsibility to carry it forward. His questions remain with us and will keep challenging us. What more can we do? Who is left behind? And how can we love more bravely? To our faculty and mentors, thank you for teaching us not only how to analyze problems, but how to solve them ethically, sustainably, and always before the 11:59 p.m. deadline. To our families and supporters, this achievement is yours as much as it is ours. And to my fellow graduates, MBBS and MGHD classes of 25, congratulations. As we reflect on how grateful we are, let us commit to showing up for our communities that need the fruit of our education now more than ever. Wherever we go, let us keep UGHE values such as social justice, equity, and accompaniment as the bare minimum of what we ought to do. Let us lead with transparency, people-centeredness, and carry Rwanda's example of possibility into every community we touch. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Hope. We now invite you to enjoy our special traditional performance by our very own Inganji student group. Please join me as we welcome to the stage.
We are grateful. These 78 stars who dimmed their lights, these 10 long years faded into night, if not for Dr. Paul Farmer and Ishuti Mubuzima walking by our side.
Wahora niki reka nkubwire harabavuyo mu Rwanda hose no hanze y'u Rwanda none singaba.
Dear graduates, from mountains beyond mountains, climb the steep, where justice wakes and mercy never sleeps.
Laissez vos mains guérir, laissez vos cœurs s'enflammer. Faites du savoir de lanterne pour changer l'ombre en clarté. Voyez l'invisible avec des yeux de compassion, comme l'a fait Muganga Louise.
Stand with the poor, where the lost find place. Be a Muganga Mwenza, healing with grace, for the word blooms bright in the hearts you made. UGHD Gati, Umumne Umucho Ishaka Tulaga.
Thank you. Now, wasn't that amazing? Yes. Thank you so much, Inganji Student Group. Now, we'll begin with the degree award ceremony. To officiate the proceedings, I would like to invite the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Academics and Research Affairs and Dean of School of Medicine, Professor Abebe Bekele.
Good morning, everyone. I had no idea the future doctors could dance like this. Dear Chancellor, before we begin this diploma award ceremony, I would like to invite all of you to view a brief video message from one of the university's key partners, Ms. Melinda French Gates. Ms. Melinda's message is particularly directed to the graduates. The video, please.
Honored to be part of your celebrations today. 3 years ago, I had the chance to visit the University of Global Health Equity and meet some of you in person. And I like to think that you and I have something very special in common, our deep connection to Paul Farmer. I always considered Paul to be one of my most important teachers. When I was just starting in global health, Paul invited me to Haiti to see his work in action. He showed me what it looks like when healthcare providers insist on seeing their patients as whole human beings instead of a collection of symptoms. That idea is at the center of the education you've received here. You understand that your job is more than tracking a disease or treating an illness. It's about people, making sure they can reach your clinic, helping them if they can't pay, checking in on their families too. I love thinking of all the lives you will touch, the children you will help bring into the world, the parents and grandparents who will watch them grow because a surgery you performed or a hospital you opened saved their lives. As you step out into the world, you are doing more than continuing Paul's legacy. You're carving out your own. And you're making so many people proud. Congratulations.
We shall now proceed with the conferral of degrees for the graduating classes of the Bachelors of Medicine and Bachelors of Surgery, MBBS, and the Masters of Global Health Delivery, MGHD, graduates of the University of Global Health Equity, class of 2025. As is the tradition of the university, and in keeping with the professional responsibilities expected of the graduates, we will begin by administering the UGHE graduation pledge to the graduates. Graduates of the MBBS and MGHD program, you're about to enter the medical profession, interested with the lives, dignity, and well-being of individuals and communities. And as leaders in global health delivery, you are hereby called to serve with integrity, compassion, and commitment to equity and social justice. All graduates, please rise. I will now lead you in the UGHE Pledge of Honor. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. In the presence of my teachers, my family, and my community, I solemnly pledge myself to the service of humanity. The well-being of my patients will be my primary concern. I will strive to always do good and do no harm. I will respect those who taught me this profession and will share my knowledge freely with those who follow. I will respect the autonomy, dignity, and confidentiality of my patients. And I will honor the trust they place in me. I will commit myself to confronting injustice whenever it undermines health and dignity. I commit myself to lifelong learning. I will care for my own well-being so that I may serve others with compassion and clarity. I pledge to uphold the golden rule of this institution the preferential option for the poor and disadvantaged in all my professional endeavors. This I pledge freely, solemnly, and upon my honor. So help me God. Please be seated. Chancellor, today at this graduation ceremony, 78 prospective graduates of the University of Global Health Equity who have successfully completed their academic programs in their respective academic units are sitting before you. These graduates comprise 48 candidates from the Masters of Science in Global Health Delivery, MGHD program, and 30 from the MBBS MGHD dual degree program. These graduates have fulfilled the academic, professional, and statutory requirements for the degree of Bachelors of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery, MBBS, and Masters of Science in Global Health Delivery, MGHD, of the University of Global Health Equity, and I hereby confirm that they have all been duly recommended for graduation by the Senate of the University. The Higher Education Council of the Republic of Rwanda has endorsed their graduation. I hereby present the following 30 MBBS MGHD dual degree graduates by name. Alima Wimana. Axel Shimwa. Benita Bernadette Wira. Betty Kabarunji. Beula Giraneza. Clemence Dagaji Shimwe. Clovis Gatete. Delphine Mizero. Derek Yonkuru. Eden Gatesi. Evergist Shingwizwa. Felicite Munezero. Fred Nkurunziza. Generez Irakoze Iradukunda. Ghislaine Mutatsineza. Gloria Nishimwe. Heritier Mfura. Jean-Bertrand Aimé Hakizimana. Joslaine Zisabira. Joyeuse Rugeni. Lara Tessie. Libere Quibimana. Marie Immaculée Dusingezi. Marlene Muhongerwa. Matern Nshuti Kubmana. Mutesi Mukinesha. Olivier Nshuti Barushimana. Pascaline Wase Sarwanda. Peace Ingabire. Sam Kamali. Thank you very much. Dear Chancellor, I hereby request that you confer the aforementioned degree on the graduates presented to you.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of the University of Global Health Equity, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery and Master of Science in Global Health Delivery, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
MBBS graduates, please rise. Having been admitted to the degrees of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery, MBBS, graduates, you may now move your tassel from the right to the left. Thank you.
So, dear Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you 48 candidates from 8 countries for the degree of Master of Science in Global Health Delivery of the University of Global Health Equity within the 4 options of the program. I therefore respectfully request your permission to present them to you by option and by name. Thank you. From the global surgery option, Alexander Heptimariam. Alessandre Mohawenimana, in absentia. Elise Mutani, in absentia. Eric Sinsimuni. Honorine Municero. Marie Maxi Chusuro. Sarah Warney DeRees. From the option of gender, sexual, and reproductive health, Imabe Dishimiye. Ame Aline Chiranga. Alice Kanyanya. Alison Ophelie Nirajira Mujisha. Amos Chidera Ofere, in absentia. We have Bashir Gaba. Belize Buka Yiranga. Christina Ishimwe. Ijit Ahisha Chie. Emmanuel Richard Hanna. Fenik Simbi Umuhosa. Feven Haile Aragawi. Fortunate Abatoni. Hope Florence Misero. Ifunanya Lilian Igueze. Justin Ruhumuriza. Marie Corette Mugagari Indo. Melinda Gaju Mwamwezi. Olive Asho Mutali. Olive Uwamahoro. Peace Adelayi Utuje Habiyone Size. Plasi Dajije Mana. Prince Gwema Ishimwe. Sandra Shami. Thierry Higua. Vanessa Uwase. Vivian Nyonisera. Velas Villacure. From the health management option, Emmanuel Biakagaba Mugabo. Florentine Uwineza. Ivan Steve Guema. Sean Eric Niyitanga. Nathalie Umwambezi. From the One Health option, Fidel Gashaka Habineza. John Dudier Hurichimfura. Kenny Murari Bivijete. Medellin Dijega Kasindu. Marie Claire Umuhoza. Providence Mbabazi. We also have Vera Moralidi conferring as absentia. So, dear Chancellor, I hereby request you to confer the aforementioned degree on the graduate presented to you.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of the University of Global Health Equity, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Master of Science in Global Health Delivery, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the graduates. We're now going to proceed to the presentation of Academic Excellence Awards, recognizing graduates who have demonstrated exceptional academic achievement. I would like to invite the MBBS and MGHD team to present their awards.
Dear Chancellor, the University of Global Health Equity now recognizes exceptional academic excellence and professional distinction among the graduating class. These awards are conferred upon graduates who have demonstrated outstanding academic achievement as determined through rigorous academic assessment and formal recommendation by the Senate. The UGHE Highest Academic Achievement Award, Gold Medal, for the MBBS MGHD program is awarded to Eritie Mufura.
So we're now presenting the highest academic achievement award for each option within the Master of Science in Global Health Delivery. For the health management, the highest academic achievement award goes to Sean Eric Niyitanga.
The highest academic achievement award from Global Surgery Option goes to Alexander Habte-Marie.
The highest academic achievement award from One Health Option. We have a tie, ladies and gentlemen. Madeleine Ndegeya Kazindu and Jean de Dieu Nkurikiyimfura.
The highest academic achievement awards from the Gender, Sexual and Reproductive Health option is named the Julia Gamble Carl Award in honor of Dr. Julia Gamble Carl, who's a physician, public health leader, and respected advocate for gender equity and sexual and reproductive health. Julia Carl helped expand access to sexual and reproductive health care through decades of leadership at Pathfinder International, supporting over 20 African nations. The recipient of the Julia Gamble Carl Award is, ready? Belis Mukairanga.
Very big congratulations to the award recipients. Next, we'll be presenting the Paul Farmer Bending the Arc Award, which is an honor inspired by the life, the work, the vision of our late Dr. Paul Edward Farmer, our founding chancellor. To present this award, please join me as we welcome Dr. Joe Rattigan, the chair of UGHD board. Thank you.
Thank you, and before presenting our next award, on behalf of the Board of Directors, I would like to congratulate all our graduates and their families. As Chancellor Kim said, you will remain permanent members of the UGHE family, and we look forward to watching your careers thrive. I would also like to offer a special appreciation to our first class of MBBS GHD students. Thank you for taking a chance with us. You were the pioneers blazing the path for generations of students to come. You endured the COVID lockdown and the loss of our beloved Paul. And you have grown from young adults to the skilled physicians you are today. Thank you and congratulations. And also thank you to the entire UGH community, the faculty, the staff, everyone who makes this university flourish. Thank you. UGHE established the Paul E. Farmer Bending the Arc Award to celebrate people who have made significant contributions to health equity and social justice. Martin Luther King Jr., the great civil rights leader, often used the phrase, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice," as both a consolation and a call to action. It offers hope, but it demands persistent engagement. Paul Farmer understood this well. Bending history's arc towards justice, social justice, was Paul's life's work. He welcomed so many of us here today into that work, with no assurance of victory, but only the promise of a hard, rewarding struggle, with a community of colleagues who swam together upstream against the current. Paul felt that progress was best made in solidarity with local communities and in partnership with others. Our award winners today share that ethos and have long practiced it. I'm delighted to announce that this year's Paul E. Farmer Bending the Arc Award goes to Bill and Joyce Cummings. Bill and Joyce first established the Cummings Foundation 40 years ago in 1986 to share their wealth and to support organizations that were working to improve their local communities. The foundation currently donates $50 million a year to a vast array of community-based organizations. It has donated over $600 million since its inception. Bill and Joyce have focused on strengthening local nonprofits in Boston that are highly impactful but under-resourced. They have created an innovative model of philanthropy in which all the profits from their highly successful commercial real estate company go directly to their foundation to fund their philanthropy to those nonprofit organizations. They have coined a phrase for this, all profits to nonprofits. They have both signed the Giving Pledge and have already donated over 90% of their wealth. Besides hundreds of local nonprofit organizations working at the community level that they have supported, the list of their beneficiaries also includes important educational institutions, including the Tufts School of Veterinary Medicine, the School of Nursing and Health Sciences at Endicott College, the James McGowan School of Education at Salem State, the Benjamin Franklin Institute of Technology, the School of Architecture at Roger Williams University, this institution, the University of Global Health Equity that they helped found, and the Paul Farmer Collaborative that supports the collaboration of Harvard Med School and UGHE. In presenting you both with this medal, we want to honor your tremendous contributions to the communities around Boston, in Rwanda, and as our university's global reach expands around the world. Please join me once again in congratulating Bill and Joyce Payne.
Congratulations again to the award recipient. We now come to a very special moment in today's ceremony, the conferral of an honorary degree. Honorary degrees are conferred upon individuals of exceptional distinction whose leadership, service, and contribution reflect the values and the mission of the university and bring honor both to the recipient and to the institution. I now invite Dr. Jim Young Kim, our Chancellor, to officiate this conferral.
In accordance with Articles 42 and 43 of the University of Global Health Equity Statutes, the honorary doctorate, Doctor Honoris Causa, is awarded to individuals of exceptional distinction whose accomplishments, wisdom, and service embody the university's mission and bring honor to the institution. The award recognizes those who have made outstanding contributions to the advancement of education, health, research, and social progress, particularly in improving access to service for vulnerable populations. The distinction is reserved for individuals whose exemplary leadership and humanitarian work embody the highest ideals of scholarship, compassion, and public service, ensuring that in honoring them, the university itself is also honored. I'm very happy to announce that the recipient is Her Excellency First Lady Jeanette Kagame. Can you please come up, please? There's more. Okay. Okay, there's more. Please, you can be seated. Her Excellency, Mrs. Jeanette Kagame, First Lady of the Republic of Rwanda, is an accomplished leader whose work spans education, health, and social transformation. As founder and chairperson of the Mbuto Foundation, she's championed girls' education, supported access to education for students from vulnerable families, promoted family development, and advanced reproductive health initiatives, including cervical cancer prevention through HPV vaccination for girls and screening for women, as well as her well-known work in prevention, treatment, and response to the HIV pandemic. She has, through her work, positively impacted thousands of lives across Rwanda and beyond. As a founding member of the Organization of African First Ladies for Development, Her Excellency, the First Lady, has served as its president and continues to be a leading advocate for maternal and child health, cancer prevention, and mental health awareness. A strong voice for gender equality and social cohesion, she's also founded Unity Club, promoting national unity and reconciliation in Rwanda's post-genocide recovery. Her leadership has contributed to positioning Rwanda among global models for women's empowerment and inclusive development. Internationally, she's engaged on major platforms, including the United Nations World Health Organization, World Health Assembly, where she advocates for health equity, education, and social justice. Her Excellency, Mrs. Kagame, has been a remarkable supporter of the University of Global Health Equity since its inception. From its earliest days, she has stood with the university, championing its mission to transform health education and expand access to care for the most vulnerable. Her moral guidance, presence, and advocacy have strengthened UGHE's growth, credibility, and visibility across Africa and the world. Allow me to speak personally. In 2022, during one of the university's most difficult moments following the passing of the late Chancellor Dr. Paul Farmer, Her Excellency stood firmly with UGHE community, offering comfort, stability, and renewed encouragement. And she did this tirelessly and with endless compassion and support for all of us who were trying to figure out what we were going to do next. That support during that time of transition is a testimony to her deep commitment to the university's vision and to the values that Dr. Farmer himself embodied. So, Madam First Lady, by the powers vested in me by the University Senate and the Board of Governors, and in accordance with the standing legislation of the university and the laws and regulations of the Republic of Rwanda, it is my distinct honor and privilege to confer upon Your Excellency, Mrs. Jeanette Kagame, this degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa in recognition of your exceptional leadership, distinguished public service, and contributions to education, health, and equity in Rwanda, across Africa, and beyond.
Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Ministers, Dr. Jim Yong Kim, the Chancellor of the University of Global Health Equity, my dear friend Didi, Ophelia, Bill and Joyce Cummings, esteemed faculty and staff, fellow graduates, distinguished guests, parents, friends, and families present here today, muraho neza. Good afternoon to all, and my heartfelt congratulations to our graduates. Thank you, Dr. Jim Kim, for your kind and thoughtful words. It's a real pleasure to be with you here today, although the absence of Muganga Mwiza makes this graduation somewhat bittersweet, as we mark UGHE's first graduation of the Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery program, and also the 10th anniversary. It's with mixed emotions that I receive this great gift, an honor and a tribute to a true friend of Rwanda. To be honored in this way is a gift for which I can only find a few words. Yet, to be watched from heaven by a dear friend as we celebrate those who have sought to honor his legacy through their own excellence means that I must try. What a milestone. For a long time, solutions in our health system were often seen as something that had to come from elsewhere. Today, we affirm a different truth. Pain, disease, and avoidable death are not our destiny, and neither are we bound to wait for answers to arrive from afar. So, dear graduates, your greatness is revolution in the making. Congratulations for choosing to lay your brick in the resilience of our systems. May your contribution to global health and to the lives you will save and improve bear witness to the worth of every late night of study, every moment of doubt, and every final push of determination. Ladies and gentlemen, we knew someone who lived by this truth, giving selfless from his own healing hand, his own wise heart, to help all those touched by his presence. Dear guests, I'm deeply honored to receive the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. I accept this honor with keen awareness of the responsibility with which it comes, reflecting on the shared commitment that brings us together today. The belief that health is a fundamental right, human right, and that equity must remain at the center of how we educate, how we serve, and how we lead. There is no nobler cause, no greater act of love than to protect and heal. In times where hostility and conflict have made their roaring return across the world, to heal is to be a soldier of the good fight. How proud I am to speak among your ranks today with this deeply honoring gift. Our dear friend, Dr. Paul Farmer, may not be here with us in physical form to celebrate this achievement, but his presence is felt today and will endure far beyond this moment, for this award is the result of his work, his faith and brilliance, and drive of our youth, and his commitment to social justice and health equity. Muganga Mwiza was one of the rare believers in the inherent dignity of non-negotiable worth of every human being. One of the rare faithfuls whose own incredible academic track record he refused to use as a token of moral or intellectual superiority over others, but as a testament to his responsibility to be of service. Dr. Farmer, how we miss you, how we welcome your light to shine through us all. And to my dear friend Didi, the children Sebastian, Lizou, and Catherine, thank you for your strength, your grace, and your unwavering commitment for always standing beside Dr. Paul Farmer, enabling his work to bear incredible impact in profound ways, and for continuing to embody the spirit, compassion, and moral courage that defined his life and work. We are grateful for you, for the altruism with which you have allowed us to consider him our very own angel in heaven too. Dear guests, let us never lose sight of the mission. Education is a lifeline. It gives us dignity and hope and reminds us that our circumstances do not define our future. Rather, it empowers us to shape those futures with our minds and with our hearts, while equipping us with the ability to adapt, to persevere, and to navigate life's ever-growing uncertainties with resilience, wisdom, and purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, we know to whom we owe our young graduates' engagement in this journey. Founded through Partners in Health, UGHD is indeed built in the principle that excellence in health education must go hand in hand with equity, and that the leadership in medicine and public health should be grounded not only in technical knowledge and academic rigor, but also in compassion, justice, commitment, and inclusive services. Paul Farmer, along with his fellow visionaries in this calling, Ophelia and Jim Kim, believed deeply that no one deserves to receive second-rate institutions or second-best care. UGHD stands as a living expression of that belief, a holistic ecosystem of education and care, rooted in and accountable to communities too often left behind, affirming that excellence in health belongs to all. I thank the leadership, faculty, partners, and students of UGHD for your dedication and vision. I thank the government of Rwanda for leading our country into a space that fosters shared global progress and makes possible the brilliance we celebrate today. Thank you once again for honoring me with this degree. I receive it with deep humility and gratitude, and with a profound sense of belonging to the University of Global Health Equity. I reaffirm my commitment to UGHD's mission and values, and I look forward to walking this journey together in service and to continue bending the arc towards equity, dignity, and health for all. I thank you all for your kind attention.
Thank you again, and congratulations, First Lady, Ms. Janet Kagame. Now, may I kindly invite Vice Chancellor of UGHD, Professor Phil Cotton, as introduced to us the guest of honor. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure. It's a real honor to welcome our guest of honor today. Our guest of honor is the Right Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of Rwanda. Right Honorable Prime Minister.
Ngireneza? Ngireneza? Class of 2026. Ngireneza? Come the ariko. You know, you are the privilege, is the privilege. You are called fellow graduates. Do you know that? And you don't seem to show gratitude for that. Thank you, thank you. Great achievements, and very proud of you. Your Excellency, First Lady of the Republic of Rwanda, UGHD Chancellor and Vice Chancellor, UGHD board members and supporters, Professor Jim, faculty and staff, graduates, proud parents, cabinet ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to join the University of Global Health Equity community today to celebrate the graduating class of 2026. I'm also honored to represent His Excellency Paul Kagame at this ceremony. I'm joined by Her Excellency, the First Lady, whose leadership and lifelong commitment to health, education, and human development have made her a role model and inspiration to a generation of Rwandan girls and women. Her honorary degree today is a fitting recognition of that impact. Congratulations, Your Excellency. Congratulations to all of you. Fellow graduates. This milestone reflects years of disciplined training and a clear commitment to public service. Today, you move from preparation to responsibility. This ceremony also marks 10 years since the establishment of the University of Global Health Equity. In that time, the university has distinguished itself as an institution that prepares competent health professionals to address complex real-world challenges through technical excellence, systems thinking, and leadership. I would like to express our sincere appreciation to Rwanda's friends and partners present here today, particularly partners in health, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the MasterCard Foundation, and particularly the Cummings Foundation, and we are pleased to welcome Mr. and Mrs. Cummings. Your sustained support has been critical to building an institution that strengthens local capacity and delivers lasting impact. I also wish to recognize the faculty, researchers, and the university's leadership and management. Your dedication to teaching, research, and mentorship is at the core of UGHE's success and has shaped the graduates that we are celebrating today. We also honor the legacy of late Dr. Paul Farmer, Muganga Mwiza, as he was fondly called. His vision laid the foundation for this university, and he will always be remembered. Dr. Farmer championed the organization and delivery of quality health care in ways that reach all populations, a principle that continues to guide this institution's approach to health system development. Graduates, you enter the workforce at a time of increasing pressure on health systems in Rwanda and globally. Emerging diseases, workforce shortages, and financing constraints are no longer abstract challenges. They require practical solutions. Responding effectively to these challenges demands more than clinical expertise. It requires an understanding of policy, management, data, and implementation, as well as the ability to translate plans into results. Your training has prepared you for this responsibility. You are expected to serve not only as practitioners, but also as leaders who strengthen institutions, improve service delivery, and support sound decision-making across the health sector. Africa's progress will depend on strong and resilient systems supported by a skilled and accountable workforce. That is why Rwanda, together with its partners, is investing in the expansion of medical education at all levels and remains firmly committed to human capital development through world-class institutions such as the University of Global Health Equity. UGHE is an African institution with continental purpose. It is hosted in Rwanda and designed to serve Africa. Today's graduating class, drawn from 7 African countries and 1 European country, reflects the diversity and talent and shared purpose needed to strengthen health systems across the continent and beyond. Graduates, whether you are born here or joined us later, please rest assured that Rwanda will always be your home. As you move forward, I encourage you to approach your work with professionalism, responsibility, and a strong sense of service. Be prepared to lead, to adapt, and to work collaboratively across disciplines. When challenges arise, do not regard them as barriers, but as opportunities to think critically, to innovate, and to create meaningful solutions. Your ability to solve problems with integrity and creativity will define your impact in an ever-changing world. I'm confident that the knowledge you've gained, the discipline you have developed, and the values you carry have prepared you well for the responsibilities ahead, and that you are fully equipped not only to succeed, but to lead with purpose and integrity. Once again, congratulations to all of you, class 2026, and I wish you every success. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister, for honoring UGHE with your presence and inspiring remarks. Dear guests, we have now reached to the conclusion of our 10th graduation ceremony of the University of Global Health Equity. To formally close today's celebration, I would like to invite our Chancellor, Dr. Jim Young Kim.
I want to thank everybody for coming. This has been a wonderful ceremony. And one final formality. By virtue of the powers vested in me by the Board of Governors of the University of Global Health Equity, and on behalf of the university community, I hereby declare the 10th graduation ceremony of the University of Global Health Equity officially closed. Congratulations, everyone.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we shall now proceed with the reception of our guests of honor and graduates. Please all stand. First, I invite the guests of honor and members of the search party to begin the reception, followed by our graduates, and we kindly request the rest of you to please remain in the tent.
aha rero igikorwa cyo gutanga impamyabumenyi ku barangije amasomo y'ubuvuzi mu byiciro bitandukanye gisorejwe n'umuhango rero wahurijwe hamwe n'ibirori byo kwizihiza imyaka 10 iyi kaminuza imaze ishinzwe. Uyu muhango kandi ukaba witabiriwe na Minisitiri w'Intebe ndetse na Madame Jeannette Kagame nk'uko mwabikurikiye. Muri aka kanya ariko turi kumwe n'umwe mu babyeyi baje gushyigikira abana babo uyu munsi. Mwaramutse neza, mwiriwe neza, bimeze bite? Murumva kuri mwebwe ari iki murimo mutekereza muri aka kanya?
Murakoze. Mbere na mbere nabanza gushimira umubyeyi wacu nyakubahwa Paul Kagame, we uhora ku isonga. Imana izadufashe guhorana nawe kugeza njye navuga kugeza ku iherezo rye, kuko nshingiye ku byiza tugezaho. Uko nge mbanje gushima, ngashimira nawe washinze iki kigo, umunyamahanga akabasha gutekereza ku banyarwanda akadushingira kuri iki kigo. Numva ko ari impuzamahanga ku isi.
Nizo mbamutima zawe uyu munsi umwana wawe wasoje maha, nubuhe butumwa wamugenera ndetse wenda no muri rusange nk'umubyeyi, nubuhe butumwa ugira abasoreje muri iyi kaminuza?
Murakoze cyane. Icya mbere na mbere icyo ngira umwana wanjyeho ubutumwa ni ukumva ko igikorwa agiye kujyamo ari igikorwa kifasha buri muntu wese, atavanguye ku madini, atavanguye ku moko, atavanguye ku turere no hanze y'igihugu cyacu. Akumva ko agiye kuba muganga w'abantu bose ku isi. Ikindi nkaba nsaba ko aba bana nk'uko babaye imbonyi z'iki kigo, Imana yazabafasha bagakomeza bakitwa inzobere. Nibwo busabe nanone nongeye kubasabira.
Murakoze cyane kandi ubwo reka tubabwire ngo felicitation kubw'umwana wanyu wasoje uyu munsi.
Nuko murakoze cyane. Ndumva nishimye cyane pe, hafi y'amarira no kuza kubera ibyishimo.
Murakoze cyane.
Murakoze namwe. Kutambaje amazina.
Yego, mwatwibwira.
Yego, yewe nitwa Nzabona Impajuma 3, nkaba nkomoka mu karere ka Rusizi, umurenge wa Bugarama City.
Yego, murakoze cyane.
Yego, namwe murakoze cyane.
Yego,
ndashimye cyane.
Yego. Hanyuma rero nk'uko mubyumvise, uyu akaba ari umwe mu babyeyi. Murakoze cyane. Yego. Mwabibonye rero imbamutima ni nyinshi, arishimye cyane, arashimira ubuyobozi bw'igihugu, ashima uwashinze iri shuri, ariko kandi agasaba abanyeshuri ahereye ku mwana we ati mwumve ko mugiye gukora, mugiye kuba abaganga ba kinyamwuga kandi mugakorera buri wese mukabakirana ineza. Martina.
Thank you, Gloria. Through the proceedings of this ceremony, the 10th anniversary of UGHE being installed, but also the first of its kind, we learned that the importance of investing in and strengthening national health systems is truly the pillar and the heart of UGHE, as well as instilling those principles is very essential for reducing the disparities that we often experience in the health industry, not only in Rwanda, but in Africa at large.
Hanyuma kandi Martina, Madame Jeannette Kagame wahawe ndetse n'impamyabumenyi y'icyubahiro yashimye uruhare rwa Paul Farmer washyize ibuye fatizo mu gutanga uburezi butegurira abo mu rwego rw'ubuzima kwita kuri buri mwe ndetse no kuba igisubizo muri society.
Yes, indeed. First Lady Jeannette Kagame was awarded an honorary doctorate by the University of Global Health Equity for her exceptional leadership and contributions to education, health and equity in Rwanda, Africa and beyond.
Hanyuma kandi Minisitiri w'Intebe Dr. Justin Nsengiyumva yavuze ko mu myaka 10 ishize iyi kaminuza ngo yashimangiye ihame ryayo ryo kwita ku buzima n'uburezi budaheza.
Yes, the guest of honor, Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Justin Nsengiyumva continued to emphasize the greatness that UGHE has done for the past 10 years, and also emphasized that the students should be happy as they embark on a journey to better the healthcare system here in Rwanda and beyond.
Reka rero tubashimire mwese mwabanye na RBA muri iki gikorwa mugikurikiye. Reka tubashimire, twifurize komeza kugira ibihe byiza. Nge ndi Gloria Mukamabano
and Martina Avera.
Imana ibarinde.